Hi there, welcome. I'm Coach Tanya with Criticalbench, and in this video I'm going to be talking about 5 focus categories that you might want to be putting some more energy and thought into to better manage menopause. All right, ladies, when talking about menopause, I do want to make sure that we're all aware that every woman's experience is unique to her. We might share and experience a lot of the same symptoms, but how we experience them, how intense they are, how severe they are, how frequent they are, how long they last as far as duration time, it's very unique and very different from woman to woman. Although a lot of the symptoms, we will experience them together, for lack of a better phrase. With that, with those extremes of menopause, it can have you feeling like you have no control, like your body is a completely separate entity. No matter what you do or don't do, you just hands off the wheel because nothing matters. But that's not true. There are definitely things that we can do that aren't going to eliminate menopause. They're not going to eliminate symptoms, because menopause is not a disease. It's not something we can cure. I don't even like to refer to it as a condition. It's a transition. It is a normal, yes, I said normal. It is a normal phase in a woman's life. And even more specifically, it is a normal phase of a woman's, like the hormonal phases of her life. Because as a female, we go through different hormonal phases in our life, and menopause is one of them. So we can't eliminate it, we can't avoid it, we can't jump over it, go around it, dig our way underneath it. It's going to happen. We're going to experience it. How we experience it will be unique and different for us compared to other women, but it's going to happen. So we've got 2 ways we can go through it. We can go through it like this, and we can go through it like this. And are you going to have times or days where you feel like it's a train wreck? Absolutely, absolutely. I'm not suggesting or proposing here that I have some master plan, some secret that's going to take it all away. But what I am suggesting is narrowing the scope down, breaking your life into 5 focus categories that you can start making some really positive, some intentional changes and decisions that might have a very positive impact on allowing you to have a better experience or supporting a better experience going through menopause than if you just decided to do nothing. And so these categories are nutrition, exercise, sleep, alcohol consumption, and stress. Now, of those 5 things that I just mentioned, nothing is new to any of you, okay? These are all areas of life that are present all throughout life. The point being is that this is a video about menopause, and these are areas that if we take a little bit of time and start becoming very body aware, start paying attention to the changes, to the things that are happening in our body, the way we're feeling, the way we're responding to certain things, and making changes and making adjustments along the way can have a massive, massive impact in supporting a better experience. So for instance, with your nutrition, if you tend to have a really poor diet, clean it up. Clean it up. All right, and I don't think I need to go into a lot of explanation about that. Whole foods, lots of fresh fruits and vegetables, lean proteins. Don't shy away from carbs or good fats. Just make really good choices and track things. Write things down so you know what's happening, you know how you're responding, and if you need to make changes, come back and make changes. Exercise. Exercise, again, important in any phase of life. And exercise, staying active is going to help you not just physically but also mentally as you go through menopause, because everything in menopause, all the symptoms are like this. They're very intertwined, and they don't just affect our physical body, they affect our mental and emotional body. So everything that we do that has a positive impact is affecting everything else positively. So it's kind of like a domino effect. So the good that you're doing in one area is building on good in another area, and that just continues to build and compound. Because remember now, with menopause, symptoms tend to decrease in their severity for most women as they transition through it. So if you're doing more really great things, chances are that you're going to have a better experience going through that. So get moving. If you haven't been doing it, or if you haven't done it for a while, get back to moving. Alcohol and caffeine. I am going to say mindful consumption, okay? Start tracking and paying attention to how your body responds to alcohol and caffeine consumption, because a lot of women find they have to cut back. They don't have to take it out completely or eliminate it, but they need to start paying attention because it just affects them more, particularly with alcohol. You might have been able to on a Friday, go out with friends, have 2 or 3 glasses of wine with dinner and call it an evening. Now you have one and you feel absolutely terrible, or you might not even like the taste of it anymore. Your body's changing, so be aware, note those changes down and make adjustments and honor what your body's telling you, okay? Don't fight it, work with it. Sleep. Okay, a lot of women going through menopause complain about terrible quality of sleep for a number of reasons. It could be hot flashes, night sweats, just general insomnia, but you have to make it a priority. Now, there are things that you can do to set up a better pre-bedtime pattern, like staying away from television or staying away from social media, getting off your phone, maybe not exercising an hour right before bed. There's a lot of things that you can do to get your mind in a state that it's ready to rest and sleep, and get your body to calm down so it's in a more restful place to hopefully support a better sleep. And it might, none of this is going to happen overnight. It is a process, but you have to be committed to making these decisions and making some new lifestyle changes, again, to support a better experience for yourself. Stress management. Yeah, stress management. Okay, stress is a part of life. You can't avoid that either. And there's actually good stress and bad stress. Right? If a T-Rex is chasing you, you get stressed, you run away from it. That's good stress. It gets you to respond appropriately. And human beings, we are actually designed to be able to handle massive amounts of stress. The problem is we often don't give ourselves that downtime to sort of reset, hit the reset button. And with menopause, it's really important to be able to chill out, all right, for a lot of reasons, not just physical, but also mental. So if you take all those symptoms and how everything's intertwined, you have these things happening to your body that are kind of have you chasing your tail. You're not really sure what to make of it. One day you're feeling great, the next minute you're in a puddle of tears. You just don't get it, but you're trying to figure it out. Hormonal influences are causing physical changes in your body. It's responding a certain way, and that's affecting your mental state and your emotional state. It's affecting your mind, okay? It's, you want to have some control, and you probably feel like you don't have any control, but you can have some. And the control is in stepping into that place of power and making really great decisions for you. Start with collecting data on yourself. Get a little notebook. Start writing things down. How do you feel after you eat eggs? How do you feel after a glass of wine? How do you feel after you have gone for a bike ride? Like, start writing things down. How many hours of sleep did you get last night? Was it interrupted sleep? Did you wake up in a sweat? Start tracking your own data, because you can use that as information to start making choices to hopefully have a much better influence to give you a better experience. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you have comments or questions for me, please put them below. Again, I am Coach Tanya here at the Critical Bench compound. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.